Hey everybody, Jazzy here. Welcome to part 1 of a new boss run in Don't Starve Together. I'm going to recap the first days of my new mega base world featuring Wanda. By day 157, we had all bosses killed, including Misery Toadstool. It didn't really qualify as a rush though, because I was taking my time to do stuff like, clear the ruins multiple times, fight Kloss every winter, and kill walruses as often as possible. But I think it will paint a clear picture of Wanda's incredible power at all stages of the game, and it will show you what I like to prioritize with her character. I had actually done this run prior, but then I totally goofed when I backtracked to the atrium for my second Fuel Weaver fight with no light. Didn't see the moggles in my backpack. Tried to craft a torch, but I didn't get to it on time because of old Wanda's slow crafting. No life-giving amulet, no effigy. 197-day world replete with a lucky Krampus sack. Gone. Let this be a warning. Always check your light and armor before using a backtrack. So that world became a practice run for the Mega Base run. Let's do it all again. With all worlds I plan to play long term, I run this command to count certain prefabs at the very beginning. And this saves me a bit of time spent playing on worlds that don't generate well and will end up getting re-rolled anyway. It's nice because I don't need to reveal the map to know if a world will have everything I need for a long-term megabase. For Wanda, I won't play a world without both a triple Mac biome and at least 80 reeds on the surface. Beehives I don't mind in smaller numbers because we can farm more honeycomb from Bee Queen and her crowns. Juicy berry bushes I don't like as much as regular, but we can do a loot world when we want to decorate with more bushes. This world looks good though. Over 100 reeds and 4 walrus camps, so I'm gonna go with it. One of the most important items for Wanda to acquire early on is timepieces. Now these are required for all of her watches, and she only starts with 4. The pieces require thulecite fragments, which you can get either in the archives or the ruins, and I would strongly recommend making a visit to one or both places in your first autumn. I'm gonna rush the ruins because, well, I want to get to killing bosses, and the loot from the ruins will help with that. Before I go down, there's one very important thing to do, and that is to make an alarming clock. This is Wanda's unique weapon, and one of the strongest in the game. And the fact that Wanda can make it very early in a run makes her so good for rushing the ruins. To make an alarming clock, we need to rush a shadow manipulator. So while I'm working on an alchemy engine, I'm also looking to collect the stuff for the magic stations. We will also need 4 marble for the alarming clock, and I'm gonna grab an extra 2 so that we can eventually make a second ageless watch. At my first science machine, I'm gonna make the top hat for the prestidigitator. I need to keep my sanity low to farm as much nightmare fuel as possible. Even after we make the shadow manipulator, we'll need more fuel to refill the alarming clock, and I'll always be keeping some in my inventory. My favorite early food for Wanda is cooked monster meat because it's easy to grab, it lowers your sanity, and barely hurts you. If you're about to heal with the ageless, then just eat a few purple steaks first. Even though she can't heal with food, Wanda's incidental healing is actually quite good. At my first alchemy engine, I'm making a regal shovel to go dig up the graves in the mosaic. I need 1 red and 1 blue gem to refine into a purple gem. So we get 5 blue gems and 0 reds. And then the game immediately makes up for that trash by spawning a tree guard on the very first dead tree I chop on day 4. Living logs can be a multi-day project if your luck is bad finding a dark forest, so getting this out of the way is a massive relief. We'll get 3 for the shadow manipulator and another 3 for the ruins. I swung by the savannah to grab 4 bunnies and built my prestidigitator at Pig King. Now all I need is the red gem. I saw 1 stalagmite in the caves, so I'm going to investigate because they do have a chance of dropping red gems. Turns out there's only 1 stalagmite in this biome. Turns out it's the only one we need. 1 red gem. That's a 5% chance. Between the 1% chance of a tree guard and now this, I do not plan to see a lucky Krampus sack drop anytime soon. So now we can refine a purple gem and craft our shadow manipulator. Then we can make our alarming clock on day 6. I'm feeling good about the ruins, so let's grab 2 moleworms and head on down. About a day of spelunking, and I'm in the lichen field, killing 1 depth worm for its berry, and throwing down an alchemy engine so that I can make moggles. Also, on the way to the ruins, I had a red gem fall right into my lap. I'm gonna have plenty when we get to the ruins, but it's nice to get a head start on that second ageless watch. Okay, why is the alarming clock so good in the ruins? For me, the biggest benefit is with handling the shadow creatures. I can always run away from clockworks if things get sketchy, but shadows are very tough to shake, and you usually need to just stand and fight. With a semi-ranged weapon, crawling horrors will rarely ever be able to reach you. Just hold down the attack button and they'll usually just die. Terror beaks you still need to kite, but they'll go down in fewer hits, so in general, they're less of a threat. Aside from the perks of a semi-ranged attack, the benefits of being able to hit for as hard as 141 damage per swing is hard to overstate. With the right setup, Wanda can usually clear the ruins much faster than other characters, simply because she dishes out so much damage. Until I get better damage reduction, I'm gonna try to stay middle-aged Wanda. That way, I'm not living quite on the edge, but still swinging for 97 damage. Before I jump into the ruins, I'm gonna spend some time in the village biome hammering thulecite walls. You can get a ton of fragments before you even step into the ruins, and during the comp phase, it's a lot safer. I'm also gonna just hammer down the monkey pods so that I can wipe out every monkey in the biome and not have to deal with them next time I come down. The pods will regenerate after I kill fuel weavers, so they will never go extinct. Now that I have some frags, I can make a timepiece and craft my second ageless watch. With 2 of these, I can heal 40 points of damage every 2 minutes, which should be plenty for the ruins. A handful of monkeys actually chased me all the way in from the village. Normally they would run away after I kill one of them, but because these monkeys are homeless, they have no fear and will likely follow me forever. So I need to take them out before they start stealing thulecite. And now I'm gonna start clearing the broken clockwork zones. Because I didn't prepare any body armor, I'm not going to be able to use the moggles too much while fighting. There's also less of a reason for me to make the backstep watch if I need to stay near my lantern. Still, for a first trip to the ruins, I don't mind doing a bit of tanking. Just keep the football helms ready and use the ageless watches as needed. It's not the most eloquent way to clear, but it gets the job done. For the statue zones, I'm just gonna ignore the 2 bishops for now. I have the moggles, so I'm able to maneuver around them without drawing aggro. Next visit, when I get some better damage reducing armor and a backstep watch, I'll take them out. Please do as I say and not as I do. Always wear armor with Wanda. Especially in the dark, it is so easy for a shadow to pop out of nowhere and bite you in the face. If you're age 60 or higher, then 1 unprotected hit from a terror beak is all it takes to kill you. This station didn't spawn any damaged clockworks nearby, and I got tons of thulecite from the nearby statue zones, so I'm gonna upgrade it and use it for my crafting. For now, I'm just gonna make a thulecite crown, which honestly, I should have done sooner. If I had found a green gem, I would have considered making a thulecite suit with a construction amulet, and that would have allowed me to use moggles while fighting. But honestly, at this point, I'm mostly looking to kill Ancient Guardian and finish up. In another branch, I finally found a green and 2 yellows. Now I can run back and get ready for the boss. I'm going to make a Magiluminescence and crown, then equip a construction amulet and make a star color staff and a thulecite club. The last craft may have been optional because I already have a great weapon, but for Ancient Guardian, you can use all the speed you can get, even if it's just an extra 10%. I can always deconstruct it later after I get a walking cane. For Ancient Guardian, I'm doing the standard kiting strategy. Dodge 1 charge, then sneak in 2 hits. The boss doesn't lose aggro anymore, so with most characters, it can be tough sneaking in even 2 hits between charges. I've seen many more players resort to cheese because of this change. But Wanda benefits from the range of an alarming clock, so kiting with at least a 25% speed boost is still totally doable. If Ancient Guardian gets stuck on a wall while charging, you can actually sneak in a few extra hits from outside its attack range. Just be careful when doing this later in the fight because the loot can easily drop into the void. Right here I dealt the finishing blow, sending the sketch plopping off the edge. I was very lucky that it wasn't the horn. The loot from the chest was a green gem and another gosh darn unskinned club. Now I have 2 to deconstruct. That's so awesome. So back at the station, I'm trying to figure out how to leave the ruins with a total of 5 timepieces. I accidentally converted too many fragments into thulecite, so to convert them back, I'm going to craft some walls and just smash them down. You actually get back all 6 frags from the thulecite, so it is a nice option for Wanda. Day 17, I'm leaving the ruins with 5 timepieces, 5.5 crowns, and a bunch of gems, gears, and wires. I'm also bringing back what's left of my construction amulet so that I can use it to craft weather panes. My favorite part of any ruins rush is dropping most of my inventory and bringing back nothing but food, light, and ruins loot. Next time, Wanda is going to get ready for winter when we can start fighting bosses. First ones up are Kloss, Deerclops, and Bee Queen. Hope you enjoyed episode 1, and stay tuned for the next part coming out soon. Take care.